Hello, Altoona Boys Golf. Chris Anderson here. This is going to be the first module of our summer practice session. So what I want to do today is go through positions again. Kind of the book I'm following and how I want you guys to develop. It all starts with positions. So the thought is kind of like how someone learns to dance. Like they put all the footprints on the floor and they go step 1 to step 2 to step 3, like how you learn to waltz. And they have, you go here, 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 here. Similar to dancing, the golf swing, we want to hit these positions, and then as we get proficient hitting these positions, we want to develop motion and make our swing out of those. But it all starts with the basics of hitting these positions. And each week we'll go through a point of emphasis. So first week here, we're going to go through the positions, and then we're going to focus on the shaft, the club itself, the shaft and the club head. So we're going to go through the positions with emphasis on the shaft and the club head. And that's the way we're going to proceed. Before we get there, I want to update you guys some changes with the range. So Dick's Divots this year, I know I told you it was a quarter. It's going to be $1 per bucket, all right? And you can hit as many buckets as you want. But each time you get a bucket, so a large bucket, you put in $1. Tell me with Altoona Golf, and you get bucket for $1. Also, that parents hitting for half price, that's not going to be a thing this year. So we'll work on it next year, but your parents will have to pay full price if they come out there with you. Sorry, parents, but it's for the kids anyway. So Dick's Divots, you can use $1 per bucket. Also, Princeton through the end of June. Go in there, tell them your name, Altoona Golf, and you get a bucket out there. Limit 2 per day. So with that, let's get to positions and kind of reviewing those again. So like I talked last time, where do we start with the golf swing? So first thing, setup, okay? And we're going to call this P0. What were the keys in setup? It was PGA, right? Posture, grip, alignment, right? I'm going to say it again, but they talk about posture. I call posture spine angle. So when we set up, we have a good knee bend. We kind of tilt from the hips, little knee bend, tilt from the hips more. That establishes your spine angle, right? And then shoulders, good level shoulders, no tension in the arms. That's a good setup, right? But I like to call it spine angle versus posture. Spine angle. All right, so setup, P0, spine angle. So another way kind of to visualize this thing, rather than me sitting here, I got some pictures here of Kelly Kretz's favorite golfer. So Tiger Woods, kind of where he was in P0. So that's his setup for a driver. All right, now this is a younger Tiger Woods. But we're going to put this up as a reference. So another good, this is an older Tiger Woods, but I wanted a back view. I couldn't find one of the younger Tiger, so this is a front view and a back view of Tiger. Now you see how it is bend, and he established the spine angle, grip, alignment. These are the things we got to visualize every time we go into setup. P0. All right. Second step is P1, I call it. And P1 is when the club is parallel to the ground in the backswing. So, got my alignment stick here. Good setup. Right here, P1. All right. The swing starts one piece, shoulders move together, kind of that triangle, and the hands start to hinge. You just try to extend. Some of the keys in P1, hands on clubs on the toe line. All right. Clubs parallel to the ground. All right. Our weight starts to shift into the back foot, and the hands are about outside the right foot there. All right. So P1. Club parallel down to the ground. Toe line. One piece takeaway. Hands outside right foot. Tiger Woods P1. P1. Right, after P1 is P2. So keys in P2, set up again. P1, club parallel to the ground. P2, arms parallel to the ground. Right? Some of the keys in P2, arms parallel to the ground. Club vertical to 45 degrees off the horizon. My shoulder is almost a full turn. My shoulder's under my chin. My weight's, solidly in my back right foot. This leg can come up for more turn. It's starting to very little weight on there. It's always it's on my toe there. My hands are on the heel line. Right, so P2. Arms parallel to the ground. Hands on the heel line. Shoulder under chin. Club is perpendicular to 45 degrees off the horizon. So when I say that, that's from this view here, set up P1, P2. This is perpendicular, this is 45, this is flat. This is more upright, on plane, flatter. I want to see you somewhere in here, in P2. All right? Tigers P2. Tigers P2. See how he's probably 45 off the horizon? And you see the extension on his arms in the backswing. Now we come to P3. I don't know if I talked about this last time because we were beginning. Some irons, I really just stop in P2 and I swing from there. P2, you can generate a lot of club head speed just being in P2. But full swing, which drivers, longer irons, they need time to square, so it's needs to be a full swing with a longer club. We get to P3. So P3 is full swing. So from P2, it's really just a lift to back here. All right. Keys in P3 is this arm needs to be 90 degrees here. The right arm up here. And then you want this on the target line. So you kind of, some people pretend there's like a clothesline back here, but it can't be, you don't want to be across the line. You don't want to be laid off. Some people, laid off's better than across the line, but you want to strive to be, 90 degrees right here on the target line, basically pointing to your, with that hand. That takes a lot of flexibility to get up here with your whole body, right? Up in that position right there. So I'm not even there, right there. So P3 takes flexibility, and so keys in P3. Full swing. I really think of that back position right here. So think of the clothesline. Full shoulder turn and full hip turn. And then you'll see Hideki Matsu. I think I can't even say his last name. But there's kind of a pause there. There's not, you don't need speed to get up there. There's kind of a tempo thing. So it's slow and you really deliberate get to that position right here. And then comes transition. So P3. Tiger Woods P3. Very vertical on the top. You see the flexibility you need. You'll also see his front heel lift. Jack Nicklaus did that. A lot of people, to increase your turn, you can lift that front foot a little bit to get back to P3. Older Tiger Woods in P3. One thing you'll notice, he's not to vertical here, right? You don't have to get all the way back to vertical, probably because his front foot is more down. So you can stop whenever that stretch, as flexible as you are, that's where you end up in P3, right? But still here, down the line, if you look, he's a little laid off, but he's Tiger Woods. These are the positions we want to copy. All right, so after P3, we're in our full backswing. Now this is what they call transition. All right, so transition, like anything else, it's the key when you go from the forward swing to the downswing. Right, start going to the ball. All right, now keys in transition. The key in transition is always going to be the lower body starts the change, right? A lot of people, before they even get down here, their legs going and starting the downswing. So they're not even to P3, they're about here, and that legs already start, as this finishes the backswing, the lower body's already initiating the downswing. So the key is in transition is leg start, so this leg goes external, and there's kind of a little drop, kind of bend here, right? Because you're starting, your hips turn. This initiates the turn and they start turning. You want to resist the turn with your shoulders, and then there's a drop. This arm that was back here comes internal, and you kind of shallow into this position here. Other people will bowl the left wrist when they do this, but there's a general drop and a turn, transition. So I'm overemphasizing that, and all players have different keys to what transitions, what they think about. But in general, lower body starts. Right arm goes internal. There's a slight squat. Slight squat. I was thinking of squat. Anyway, that was a Sam Snead was he just real deliberate like that. There's guys, so that's when the legs go. This goes external, and there's like a squat down, and you're gonna explode out of it. But that's kind of where you want to be in transition. What Tiger Woods look like? You see the deliberate going to that, getting weight to the